goes up front, they score! Hello and welcome from inside Independence Community Ice. I'm Gabe Daniel, joined alongside Richie Obeid, where it's the Kansas Jayhawks and the Creighton Bluejays set to square off. Kansas coming into this one having won their last 5. Creighton coming into this one having not played any games since their 4-3 loss to the Kansas Jayhawks. The starters for Kansas will be up front. Number 10, Luke Nessa. Normally a defenseman. This weekend he's going to be playing up at left, doing at center. It'll be Caleb Dusso. Then at right wing, it'll be Riley Vitullo. Back at the blue line, it'll be number 22, Zach Roberts, paired up with number 17, Zach Schubert. And then in goal, of course, it'll be number 30, Mitch Miles.
Yeah, I'm expecting a great series tonight from the Jayhawks, starting things off hot. They were able to split last time we played Creighton, so looking to take 2, riding this hot streak that Jayhawks have been on so far. Currently second in the Silver Central standings in the MACA, so hoping to build off of those 17 points that we have already, and puck has been dropped. Let's get it rolling.
And it'll be quickly dumped in, and an icing just about 7 seconds into this one.
Also, as the ref takes a spill at the end of that, everyone's getting their skates under them. Ice is fresh. Yeah, you never want an icing to start the game because now you have face-off right inside your D zone, but you know, defensive zone and face-offs are always important starting games and building momentum, so you need wins in your own defensive zone.
So the face-off won by Kansas, got it up to Vitullo. Vitullo quickly met there by Chuck Altier, and he'll try to keep it in, but Kansas gets it out as the big body from Luke Nessa. But the Creighton Blue Jays quickly get it back, and it's going to be turned over to Vitullo, who got it up over to Nessa. Nessa tries to cut through center. He's poked off the puck there. It'll be Christian Pino with it now. Over to Altier. Altier on the right side makes it move around the leg of Breyer, and he tries a shot on net there. Altier still with it as Pino shoved it back in. Over to Breyer. Breyer up on the left side. He'll dump it into the zone. Calderon will play it to the corner. Over to Pino. Cross to Brown. Met back behind the net by Feeney. Feeney on his backhand. He'll head towards the hash marks before getting it back to the deep slot over to Breyer. Wrist one. And it's blocked up front there by number 18, Joe Middleton. Feeney forced it back into the corner. He'll pick it up back behind the net for Colin Brown, and then Medina takes it back away. Feeney trying to center it over to Siddons. It is poked out of the zone as it'll be picked up there by Kubicek. Kubicek chipped it around the boards. That'll get a change going for Creighton, as it's going to be Friedhoff trying to find it over to Medina. Now Medina will carry it in up on the left side, and the Jayhawks have to get back onside. Instead, Creighton will skate it out of the zone, and it'll be number 20, Kyle Hogan, who dumps it up into the netting and out of play. So we get a stoppage with 18-19 left to go.
Yeah, so far great stake work from the Jayhawks. Keeping offensive pressure without having the puck is huge, and you saw right there in the offensive zone when the puck is no one in neutral ice, and it's in open possession. They're able to keep putting bodies, keep racking up offensive zone time, so that's a huge part of this game. The more offensive zone time you have, more than likely you're going to be winning the game.
Then right off the face-off, it's over to Gerber. Walks in, shoots one right to the glove of number 35, Charles Calderon.
Yeah, just making sure the goalie is here early in this game. He makes a nice, easy glove save. But it's good. Gerber just putting on. You never know. Any bounce, any rebound can happen. So here comes the offensive zone face-off.
So a face-off win over to Gerber. There's a Dakis spinning around, taking the shot, missed the net there. And Friedhoff will play it over to Gerber. Now Zadakis trying to help out Gerber by getting the puck back, and it'll be skated out of the zone there by number 19, Mason Anderson. Quickly taken back by Gerber. Gerber gets knocked down, and that'll get a rise from the Creighton bench. A little short-handed there. Is this going to be taken back by Roberts? Stripped away by Hogan. Hogan tries a shot up front, turned aside there by the shoulder of Miles, and Van Heerden now back behind the net trying to help out Roberts. And then there's another big hit just right by the net there by Hogan. As the physicality starting to ramp up here early on, just about 3 minutes in. This is going to be taken away there on the right side by Caden Washer. Poked off the puck by Schubert. Schubert trying to get the headman pass, and it goes right to the tape of number 5 and sent back in. So the headman pass up over to Carney. Carney trying to throw it on net. He does. And it'll be held on for a whistle. Again,
just getting on. Good plays right there by Jack Gerber, too. Doing great stick lifting there. As you mentioned here, too, about a minute and a half ago, the Creighton Blue Jays are playing a little short-handed, about only 3 full lines. So it's going to be interesting how that plays on as the game goes on, if the Creighton Blue Jays Skares are getting gassed towards the end of the game. But right now, everyone's fresh, and we got hockey here only 3 minutes into the first.
It's going to be taken there by number 6. He'll try to throw it on net before the Jayhawks dump it back out, and it will be an icing as it does go far enough.
Yeah, just making sure Mitch Miles is paying attention early. They get a few shots on, and he's standing tall in net, as Mitch Miles has done for most of this year. So slow moving game so far, as we've already had a few face-offs. 16:47 left in the first. Just both teams getting their feeting right, getting their footing right, and skates under them.
So the face-off won by the Blue Jays. A one-time shot there by number 5. Sent wide, and the Jayhawks try to use the boards to get it out. And it looks like Fantoni trying to get things going for the Hawks. Fantoni able to backhand it away. That'll get a change going for Kansas. Schugel's headman pass up over to Middleton. Middleton quickly met there by Breyer. Breyer forcing the play to go towards the corner. And there's another hit there by Van Heerden, and it looks like he's going to get called. And kneeing will be the penalty here.
Yeah, you don't really get much kneeing penalty calls. You know, it's one of those rare ones, but people forget that it is one that's possible. So, early in this game, in the first 5 minutes, we're going to see if the Jayhawks are able to kill the first power play. As I mentioned over and over when I'm on the call, PKs are important, one of the most important aspects of the game. You get a good penalty kill, you change momentum, you shift the momentum, you go, you score. So it's going to be interesting, this first PK for the Jayhawks.
So the face-off sent back over to Pino. Pino trying to pass it over to Middleton. Middleton not sure what to do at the circle, so send it right back over to Christian Pino. From the deep slot, he'll walk around a little bit, tries a shot, it's blocked right up front, and they'll have to regather the puck before making a pass over to Altier. A shot through traffic, sent wide, and there's Middleton to pick up the rebound. Shot up front, and they score, and it's Joe Middleton giving the Blue Jays the early lead.
Yeah, it's a good goal right there by number 18, Joe Middleton. Creighton was doing a good job of crowding in front of Mitch Miles, making it hard for him to see the puck through all of the traffic. And Joe Middleton was able to get the puck pretty close there to net and just wrist it in right there, top left. So, you know, you don't want to give up the first penalty kill. You never want to start 0-1, but there's so much time in this game to come back. You have the whole game in front of you. It hasn't been 5 minutes yet, so the Jayhawks are going to have to play behind right now, 1-0.
So Middleton with it again off the face-off. He'll use the boards to throw it down back behind the net. as it'll ride the boards. It's Pino with it. He'll try to bank it back in. Middleton through the slot, lost control, thrown to the corner, and Feeney will pick it up for the Jayhawks. Feeney across to Siddons, who got it to Medina. Now Medina saucer pass to Siddons, forced to the corner. Medina, backhand pass to Feeney, winds up into the netting, and a stoppage with 15:07 left to go.
Yeah, just trying to get shots on right there. There's a good pass out there from behind the net into the center point, just trying anything they can to get shots on, get people in front of the net. Exactly how Creighton scores, how Jayhawks are trying to score. They're trying to create commotion from the goaltender, block his vision, and slip one in past him.
So it's quickly won over to Brown, who will use the boards to get it to Pino. Pino try to get it to Hogan, and Siddons will have it now. Siddons lost control, taken by Hogan. The headman pass connects over to Lautcher. Lautcher tries to make a move around. Schubert forces a play to the corner. Hogan still with it. Poked away there by Medina. The puck finds its way over to Walsh, and the Blue Jays get it right back. Now Siddons able to take it away. He's going to turn on the Jets before swinging in on the left side. Goes to the slot, try to toe drag move, and Pino strips it off. Now Pino drawing back, pressured by Siddons. He'll go towards the left side of the net now before it's poked away by Medina. Walsh using the boards there, but Hogan will hold it in. His shot sailing high over the net. Now Brown trying to crank it in, unable to get on net, and it'll find its way over to Zadakis, who's able to get it out for the Jayhawks, but it's quickly slapped back in by Pino, and that'll get a partial change for the Blue Jays now. 13:58 left to go. Friedhoff skating in through the slot, walks it in, tries to get it up to Gerber, and it'll be back on the net, hit the side, and now Friedhoff tried a shot. It'll be skated out of the zone by number 19, Mason Anderson. Now Zadakis try to poke it, and it's going to be a too many men call on the Creighton Blue Jays.
Now this is huge right here. As we talked in the pregame with Lindsey Ryan's interview, that the power play has been a main part of this Jayhawks offense in the first 10 games. So what happens here? The Jayhawks have a chance to get their power play going early. They're 0-1 in the PK. Let's see if they can go 1-1 in the power play. And again, I saw Jack Gerber with an amazing stick lift. That's 3 defensive plays that I've seen so far in the first 7 minutes from him that are creating more time with the puck for Kansas. So again, we're on a 5-on-4 man advantage here. Let's see what this Kansas deadly power play can do.
So to start things off tonight, it'll be Siddons at center with Feeney and Medina at the wing. Back at the blue line, it will be Nessa and Roberts. Face off, sent over to Feeney, quickly to Nessa, now over to Siddons. Siddons walking in, shoots one, kicked away by Calderon. And the Blue Jays dump it all the way down. Coming out of his net to stop the puck is Miles. Miles will push it over to Nessa, who dropped it back to Siddons. Now Siddons trying to walk in, try to toe drag move, pokes off the puck there, and he's met there by Anderson, but it's quickly slapped away by Feeney. Feeney over to Siddons, who tried to throw it on net. It's going to be back behind the net. Siddons now from under the goal line gets it up over to Roberts. Roberts slowly across to Feeney, shoots, and a glove save by Calderon. Puck's loose. Medina trying to poke it away. Loose again. Siddons and a shot. Somehow that doesn't go in. And it's going to be Anderson skating it out for the Blue Jays now. With speed down on the left side, he tries to get it over to Altier in the slot. It's going to be poked away by Feeney. Now it's going to be picked up by, I believe that's Nessa. Left for Feeney. And Altier losing his footing, and that's going to get called. And a end to that power play.
Gabe, how did that not go in? There was a big scuffle right in front of the net as the goaltender made the first save. He was pushed out of his net, left the net wide open. What does defense do? They just threw bodies in front of the net. About 3-4 shots from the Jayhawks right there. Wasn't able to go in and hit off a few defenders trying to go in. And so the Creighton gets it out. We're having trouble getting our defensive zone. We get a stick and a skate, and now it's 4-on-4 for a minute until Creighton goes on the power play.
So Luke Nessa to the box. Either way, it's going to be number 14, Colin Brown on the puck. Good speed on the right side, and an offside call on Creighton.
The Jayhawks will definitely take that. Love an offside right there when it's 4-on-4. There's a lot more ice here, so it'll be interesting to see what skaters like sit-ins and what the faster skaters can do with more ice. Again, like we mentioned, be 4-on-4 for 37 seconds. And then Creighton will be on another power play, 5-on-4.
This is going to be Gerber now for the Jayhawks. He carries it in at the right side, cuts in the slot, poked off the puck, but Gerber able to hold it in as it's over to Duso. Poked away there by Kubicek. Back to the tape of Breyer, who tried to saucer it over to Duso, but it goes right to Pino. Pino. Taken by Gerber, dropped to Duso, wrist one, blockered away by Calderon. Duso unable to catch the pass from Gerber as he tried to center it, and Kubicek will skate it out. Kubicek tries to walk it in, a shot on net, held on to by Miles, and another stoppage with 11:35 to go.
It's a great save right there by Mitch Miles as Creighton is now on the man advantage. And again, Jack Gerber making another impressive defensive play with the stick to keep the puck for the Jayhawks and rack up puck control. It was an amazing play. It's about his 4th or 5th one. He did send it to the middle. No one was home. But again, another great chance. Like I said, that was the end of the 4-on-4 as that save was made. So now Creighton will be on the 5-on-4 man advantage with 1:05. This will be a huge PK for the Jayhawks if they're able to secure it.
So back over to Hogan, tries a shot blocked up front. And a great move by Zadakis, got the puck over to Walsh, who dumped it down. And again, no icing as the Jayhawks are on the penalty kill. As it'll be picked up by number 19, Mason Anderson. He'll start play from behind his own net before getting it over to number 13. That's going to be Sam Cook. Looks like Hogan got obliterated there by Zach Zadakis. He's slow to get up. And there's another play there by Zadakis. So it looks like there is a delayed penalty there on Creighton. As Kansas got it out of the zone, it's going to be picked up by Zadakis, who turned on the Jets. Makes a fancy move, moving in, and a kick save there by Calderon. And there's a late hit by Fantoni, and everyone's going to get involved. And by the sound of the referee, 13 and 14 are both going.
Yeah, and you know, that all started with Kyle Hogan. He didn't like the hit that Zach Zadakis made. And what happened, why it looked so gnarly, was because Kyle Hogan was hit into where the bench ends and the glass starts, right in that weird corner. So he was taken out. And what did he do? He retaliated against Zadakis. Twice he tried. The second one landed in the penalty. Then we come down. Then Hogan gets laid out after the stoppage. And what does that happen? That's another penalty against the Jayhawks. So they're trying to sort it out now.
So it looks like Hogan and Zadakis sort of started that, because you could tell just down in the other zone. And then Fantoni laid the hit on Hogan. So that is why there is a Kansas player going to the box.
Yeah, that's correct. It all started with Zadakis and Hogan down that far side when Zadakis laid it. It was a clean hit on Hogan. Hogan just didn't like how it made him feel. And, you know, he stood up and tried to continue to play with the puck. And then that's when Zadakis laid another hit. When you get hit by the same person twice, you don't like that. That's why he retaliated. Zadakis drew the penalty because Hogan hit him in the back. And then, like Gabe said, Hogan got laid out on the other side. That ended up in a penalty against the Jayhawks. Very rough start. 10:44 left in this first period. Things are getting a little chippy. Good thing, though, the refs hopped in quick. Nothing happened after the late hit. So see if we can keep a control in this game. And, you know, Creighton, they can't afford to be having any penalties. Like we mentioned, they are short-handed tonight. So any penalty is even more major against them, as they have less skaters than Kansas. So more time you spend on the PK, the more tired you get. Looks like it's going to be 4-on-4.
For the next 14 seconds, and then after that, it'll be a Kansas power play. As the face-off is one over to Pino, sent over to Anderson, and Anderson will skate it up and out, getting it up over to Middleton. Middleton waits, shoots, sent wide, and out of the box, it's going to be Nessa with Feeney. Back to Nessa, who left it for Siddons, over to Medina. Medina on the backhand, shoots, he scores! Number 9, Lance Medina on the power play. Roofs it with the backhand, and we are tied at 1.
What a backhand right there, Gabe. And look at that, the power play for the 4-on-4 ends. Luke Nessa comes out of the box. The puck's right there. He doesn't touch it. He lets Brett Siddons take it. He comes in the middle, passes it to Nessa. Nessa has a great feed to Lance Medina. And as Gabe said, a beautiful backhand, top shelf. And look at that, this game is tied 1 apiece with 10-21. And that is a power play goal. As we mentioned earlier, this power play for the Jayhawks offense has been amazing all year. And it answers again.
So on the right side, it'll be Kubicek. As he goes under the goal line still with the puck, try to center it on the slot, kicked away by Miles, but Altier will get it. It'll ride the boards around. Kansas doing anything they can to get the puck away from Kubicek. The shot was blocked up front. The puck will ride out of the zone. It'll be picked up there by number 3, Bishop Schugel. Pressured there heavily by Nessa, and the Jayhawks doing a great job there as Kubicek pinned against the boards. Pressured by Nessa, forces it through the slot. Kubicek still with it. He's poked away by Breyer, and then Vitullo. As Vitullo used the boards to get it up over to Nessa. Nessa to Duso. Duso trying to get it back over to Vitullo. Instead, it'll be, looks like Van Heerden setting it up. Now Vitullo gets knocked down at the blue line. That's going to get called. And Medina will draw it back over to Van Heerden. Van Heerden on the puck. Poked away by Hogan. And a stoppage here with 9:11 left to go in period number 1. And a Kansas power play on the way.
As I mentioned, the number one Creighton doesn't want to do is they don't want to be penalized. They don't want to be in the box playing PK. It's not good when you're shorthanded. And what do? They commit another penalty. So now this power play offense for the Jayhawks comes back out after scoring a goal. And what does that do? Your confidence is through the roof after you score a power play goal. So they're looking to add on here and give them the goal lead here. There's 9:11 left in this first period. Again, 2-minute power play coming up for the Jayhawks. The same line is out that scored the first power play goal for the Jayhawks.
So it's going to be one back over to Feeney to start things off. Over to Roberts right away. Roberts back to Duso. Duso to the back door to Siddons. Now Roberts with it again. He gets hauled down. And there's a great hustle there by Duso to back in the puck further into the zone. However, the Blue Jays able to clear it but can't get it out. And then Feeney's going to get called for a high stick.
That might have been a little late. It was a little iffy. I don't know. I thought it was below the shoulders in my opinion. So basically what the call was is a high stick. So when a player knocks down a puck when it's above, the stick is above the shoulders, is immediately called dead for a high stick. But that one looked a little close, and it was a little late on the call too. But minute 38 left in this power play.
So 8:45 left to go. Feeney walks it in. He uses the boards to get it over to Medina, and Medina left it for Siddons. Now Siddons dropping it back over to Nessa. Nessa trying to center it. No one was there, and the Blue Jays clear it out and get it up over to number 11. That's Hingsberger. His shot turned aside there. Now Siddons with it. Makes a move around one man, gets the headman pass up over to Feeney. Feeney saucers it right back to Siddons. And it's going to be dropped back, intended for Nessa, and then skated out of the zone by Hingsberger. Kansas having to get back on side, so it allows number 19, Mason Anderson, to dump the puck down, all the way down to Miles, who settled it for Nessa. Wrapped around over to Gerber. From behind his own net, he's going to turn on the Jets. He's going to cut towards the right side of the ice, curling around the net. Gerber still with it. Backhand pass, trying to find it to do so. And the Blue Jays get it out. Dumped down to Miles. Miles try to play it to the corner, but it's going to be quickly taken by Altier, who dropped it back over to Hogan. Hogan gets it to Pino. Now to Anderson. Back over to Pino. Clears it all the way out over to Walsh. Cross ice to Duso. Duso back to Walsh. As it was dumped in, hit a body right along the bench, but Duso has it in the slot. He's going to walk in. Over to Gerber, a one-time shot and a save by Calderon.
What a save right there as Cade Friedoff even goes over and tells him nice save. Caleb Duso with a beautiful feed right there, Jack Gerber. Jack Gerber does exactly what he's supposed to do, a hard one-timer into the net, but instead the goal is there, leg pad save. And that's keeping this game at 1-1 as Creighton fully kills the power play for the Jayhawks. We're back to 5-on-5 with 7:10 left in this first period.
So the face-off long over to Schugel. He couldn't clear it out as it's held in by Schubert. A one-time shot to Carney. He scores!
And Paul Carney gets in the goal category. I don't think he was too sure that even went in. I'm not sure if he saw it slide through the 5-hole of the goalie right there because his celly was a bit delayed. It took other players like Griffin Barker celebrating for him to realize, oh, I just put it in the net and gave us a 1-goal lead here in the first period. Great passing right there and a great goal by Paul Carney.
And it was a great heads-up play by Griffin Barker that got the puck across over to Carney. As those are the first points of the season for both Barker, who had the assist, and then Carney, who had the goal. And there's a great hustle play there by Fantoni, who strips the puck away. And now Fantoni will come in at the right side and led towards the slot. It's going to be poked away by Carney again. A wraparound shot kicked away by Calderon as the puck gets up over to Jack Schwab. Quickly skated in by Schubert now. Schubert still with the puck, kicking away. Getting it up over to Siddons. Now Siddons shoots one, sent wide. And racing after, it's going to be Carney. It's going to be a nice, sick lift there on Altier. But he'll be called for a high stick.
Yeah, as you mentioned, it was a beautiful heads-up pass to set that Park Colony goal by Griffin Barker. Just a beautiful pass right there. And what I've seen so far in this first period is the Jayhawks are making passes today, you know. The puck control is also favoring us. We don't have the exact numbers, but it has to be in the Jayhawks side. Just making beautiful passes is what sets that up. When stick to stick, tape to tape is happening, you know, you're controlling the puck most of this game. So now it looks like the Creighton Blue Jays will be on the power play. So this is a huge PK for the Jayhawks in order to keep this 1-goal lead.
So the Blue Jays with it in the deep slot. Shot there by number 11, Sam Hingsberger. Held on to by Miles.
Again, as Gabe mentioned, the call was 2 minutes for high sticking. So, you know, the PK start with winning a faceoff in your defensive zone.
As it's back behind the net, Roberts trying to wrap it around and out. There's the Blue Jays from the deep slot back over to number 18, as that was Joe Middleton. The Jayhawks able to clear it away. Pino. Pressure there heavily by Siddons. Now Feeney going in to help him out. As that'll now lead to a battle along the boards as it's sent out. Altier will pick it up for the Blue Jays. It's going to be taken away by Siddons. A nice battle there for the puck. Siddons doing a great job there. As it's taken away by Middleton. Middleton's poked off the puck by Dusso. And great pressure on this penalty kill for the Jayhawks as this could be Pino on the right side. He's going to be met by Zadakis, and again the Blue Jays forced out of the zone. As it's over to Breyer. Breyer, his headman pass. Rather, it's just a clear out of the zone, and Altier with it. And he's trying to shoot one on net. It's going to be punched away by Miles. Roberts forcing a play up to the point. Now Middleton across to Pino. Pino over to Middleton. And Pino will get it once more. He'll walk it down towards the goal line before wrapping it around. It finds its way over to Hogan. Hogan down to the hash marks. Tries to get it over to Schwab. Schwab across over to number 22, Lotcher. Shot blocked up front, and now Zadakis with it. He'll use the boards to send it out, and the Jayhawks are back to full strength. As Pino has it. Tries to play it off the boards. This is going to be intercepted there by Dusso. He's going to skate it in at the right side. Drops over to Zadakis, moving in tripped up on the play, and Medina will get it over to Walsh. Walsh tries to wrist one in on net, and Calderon standing tall as the Jayhawks lead the shot column 7-4. And on the board 2-1 with 3:52 left to go.
Yeah, Gabe, that was a great kill right there. Have to give a shout out right there to Brett Siddons, Caleb Dusa, and Zach Zadakis, as all three of them were applying pressure the entire kill to not allow the Creighton offense to get set up. Amazing kill right there, and that swings momentum.
As it's Juan over to Siddons. Drop back behind the net to Feeney. Feeney shoots one short side. Calderon making the save, and another whistle.
Yeah, good idea right there by Feeney. You know, he saw an opportunity for an open short side post, and he tried to fit in, but the goalie was able to seal it off. But again, another offensive zone faceoff, getting shots on, getting puck control time.
So right off the faceoff, the shot by Siddons hit a man up front, and Medina able to poke the puck away. He gets his feet kicked out from under him, but it was all just part of the play, so nothing will get called, everything will continue. Schwab tried a shot, it'll wrap around the boards. And Medina got it up over to Feeney. Feeney had a hat trick on his last game, trying to get up. And a nice poke check there by Siddons, got it back to Feeney as Calderon will settle it for Anderson now. Schwab will skate it out for the Blue Jays. He tries just a little flutter shot on net. Miles will cover it, and we get a stoppage with 3 minutes on the dot left.
Those are the saves that goaltenders love to make when it's just nice and easy right there. No one's blocking your vision. You see the puck the entire way right into your chest. You cover it, and you get a face-off. That's what you like to call a little stat padding save right there. So again, 3 minutes even left in this first period, 2-1 Jayhawks.
So the Blue Jays walking it in, try to pass on the back door. Hogan couldn't get off the shot. This will be poked away by Gerber, and he's going to come down with speed. This time it'll be on the left side. He waits, he tries to pass over to Friedhoff. Had a little too much mustard on that one, and Hogan will send it out. Roberts, the backhand pass over to Schubert. A little Zach to Zach passing. Zadakis with it now. Moving in, tries to shot, shoots over the net. And it'll ride the boards around over to Hogan, who couldn't get it out as Roberts holding the line. Now Friedhoff with it. Friedhoff fans on the shot, and it'll go to the corner. It'll be number 5 trying to get it out. Now Gerber with it. Back to Friedhoff. Gently over to Schubert, who throws it around the boards, and racing after it's going to be Gerber. As it'll be Jack Gerber trying to get it over to Roberts. Off the boards to Zadakis. Now Zadakis trying to center it. Pressured by Schugel. Around the boards, Gerber unable to get full control of the puck. And it'll be saucered up over to number 22, Lotcher. A shot by Hogan, blockered away by Miles. The puck finds its way over to Duso as he gets it up over to Vitullo. Vitullo up to Gerber. The backhand shot kicked away by Calderon. It's centered in the slot, and Calderon gets his hand on top of it. And a stoppage here with 1:23 left to go.
Yeah, Gerber's making play after play, trying anything he can to put in net. That was a good save right there. The puck was floating out, almost floated in with not anyone touching it, but the goalie was able to get his man on top of it. But again, Gerber's playing an amazing first period so far. He's not on the stat sheet yet because these are things that the stat sheet doesn't show, but he's been playing an amazing game both sides of the puck.
So the face-off won by Kansas as it finds its way over to Duso, but it's taken back by Pino. And a nice block there by Luke Nessa as he lays a hit there, and a stick a little up high by number 14 on the Blue Jays. But I think part of that's just due to the height difference between Brown and Nessa. Kubicek tried a shot, Miles made the save, and 57.6 seconds now for a stoppage.
Yeah, good save right there by Mitch Miles. Just doing his best impression to be a catcher right there and catching the puck out of midair. With 57.6 left in this first period, still 1-goal lead. Be amazing to take this lead into the first intermission.
As it's thrown back, it'll be picked up by number 14, Colin Brown. From behind his own net, he's not sure what to do. but Riley Vitula being right there forced the pass. They get it up over to Altier. Altier poked away by Walsh. Duso trying to center it over to Vitulo, but it's going to be intercepted back again by Nessa. Now Brown, the headman pass, gets it up to Middleton as the Blue Jays now have it. As the puck goes behind the Kansas net, the Jayhawks able to at least get it away, but Kubicek gets it right back as he has it just under 20 seconds left to go. Altier on the back to work, going to get the shot off. As it's just back and forth action in the Kansas zone. 7 seconds left on the clock. Pino with it. He's going to be pressured there by Vitulo. It's going to be lifted up into the air by Breyer and out of the zone, and that'll end things here for period number 1. We'll be back in just about a few more minutes for a little intermission interview. Hello and welcome back for period number 2. It's the Kansas Jayhawks leading the Creighton Bluejays 2-1. I'm Gabe Daniel, joined alongside Richie Obaid, where it was great pressure there by the Kansas offense in period number 1 as they look to continue that over here into the middle frame.
Yeah, and as you were saying, Jayhawks will look to build off of the momentum they had in the first period and continue to build a lead.
As the Blue Jays will skate it down on the left side, but it's going to be quickly taken away there by Vitullo, who sent it out of the zone, but it's going to be back over to Pino. As it's chipped up over to Kubicek. Kubicek pressured against the boards by Roberts, but Kubicek will have it as he passes it at the hash marks. As it was Altier missing the net there, and the rebound goes over to Vitullo, who's just going to drag his way around. He tries to backhand it out of the zone, but Kubicek will hold it in. The shot blocked up front. Schubert lost his stick as the puck will go into the corner, and it's going to be Altier on it. Now Middleton has it stripped away. As Vitullo got the puck over to Duso off the glass, trying to get it out. Pino holding it in as it's thrown in. Now racing after it, Schubert. He got it up and out as it'll go all the way back down. No icing, and the Jayhawks will use that clear as an opportunity for a line change. And as we talk about icings, there's one from Creighton.
And the reason why it wasn't icing on the Jayhawks right there is because the Creighton defender did tip it and neutralize before it went all the way down. So icing was waved off, but unfortunately for Creighton, icing wasn't waved off when they sent it the other way. So now here comes the offensive zone faceoff in the first minute and 10 seconds into the second period.
So it's going to be 18:48 left to go. The face-off sent back over. Headman pass intended for Breyer, but the Blue Jays having to get it back as they try to send it out of their zone. It's going to be Kubicek with it. Kubicek got the one man, got a pass to Pino, but Walsh quickly take it away. Now Kubicek again. Tries a shot, missing the net there. The net's off. As play will go on, the referee will just fix it as it's Feeney. Now has it stripped by Pino, dropping it back to Hogan. A shot kicked away by Miles as they wrap around. Pino shaking off the puck there by Medina. Now Walsh going in to help him out. Hogan strips it back for the Blue Jays. Pino tried to wrap around shot. Cole Walsh uses his stick there to break it up. Pino back behind the net, over to number 22. But the Jayhawks get it away. The net is off, and I don't know how the referees don't see that. As play will go on, and we finally get the whistle here with 17:34 left to go.
Yeah, and it looks like what should have been stopped earlier to fix the net is finally stopped here as it comes off again. Something we've dealt with all season right there, but what I do want to mention on that defensive play right there is Cole Walsh doing a great job of getting his stick in the way of the Creighton skaters, trying to make it as difficult as possible to get something set up in the defensive zone as this faceoff comes in the D zone. Big faceoffs.
So the faceoff won by the Blue Jays, held in there by Abbott. Abbott's supposed to be wearing number 4, but there was a jersey issue with the Creighton Blue Jays. As the puck was sent up intended for Gerber, but it will go all the way back. And Hogan will pick it up behind his own net for Creighton. Hogan will curl back around the other way before getting a pass over to, I believe that was Schugel, and it's sent back in. Now picked up by Losher. Losher has it poked off. It'll be picked up by Zadakis, and he's going to swing down on the left side. As it's thrown in, Schugel picking it up. Schugel using the boards, and he's met there by Zadakis. As it'll be Van Heerden redirecting it. As it's dumped back in, Calderon will settle it behind his own net. And a nice play there by Zadakis. But the Blue Jays will skate it down. Van Heerden able to poke the puck away. Got it up over to Barker. Barker battling along the boards now, and the physicality starting to appear here in the second period. Racing after it was Gerber. Gerber's able to take it away. Has it in the corner. He's getting pressured there by Anderson. Anderson now has it for the Blue Jays. Up on the right side. It's stumped up, sent back the other way, but Anderson regains possession as he's going to walk in. Up on the doorstep, the net was knocked off. And a stoppage here with 15:56 left to go in period number 2.
Yeah, again, that right leg post is just not staying in the hole right there. If I was a Creighton fan, I'd be kind of complaining because that was, even though Mitch Miles covered it up, you want to try to shoot for rebounds or try to get in that post side, but when the post is literally off of his hinges, it becomes a problem. So now right now is Mitch Miles is just squirting water into the hole, just trying to, figure out what's going on, try to get it to stick here, as everyone just wants the net to stay where it's supposed to stay, so we can have a good hockey game here as the face-off comes out in neutral ice.
So the face-off won by Kansas. Walsh over to Carney, who tried to get a headman pass up over to Barker. As it was this line for Kansas that gave him the lead. As Carney had a shot from a weird angle. It's going to be kicked away there by Calderon, and the Blue Jays will ice it.
Another icing right there against this Creighton Blue Jays team, and Jayhawks will take that all day. When you can get fresh skaters on while keeping Creighton's same 5 out there, you'll do good every single time, especially when the face-off is in your offensive zone. Again, 15:34 left in the second period.
So a face-off won by the Blue Jays. Back behind their own net, it'll be Anderson with it. Anderson on the right side. Try to backhand shot up front. Miles making the save there. And Anderson will be poked away by Vitulo. He got it up to Walsh, who got it to Nessa. And he'll get a pass from Dusso. A shot there by Nessa. It'll ride the boards around. Vitulo sending it back to the corner. Picking it up back under the goal line was Nessa. Trying to wrap it around. It'll be back over to Dusso. As it's in out of the zone. Picking it up is Breyer. Now Breyer makes a move. He's going to walk it in. Tries a shot, sailing high and wide. As it'll be picked up by Anderson, who's pressured by Dusso, and the puck will end up going back over to Nessa. Holding the line was Roberts as he tried to use the boards there to chip it back in. All the way around, this time to Vitulo, who still has it. And the slot shot up front, kicked away by Calderon. And sent over to Altier, who's going to try to get things going for the Blue Jays. Altier pressured on, shot, kicked away by Miles, and the rebound picked up in the corner by Travis Breyer, the freshman defenseman from Lockport, Illinois. Gets a saucer pass over to Roberts. Roberts to Vitulo, as Vitulo getting pressure there heavily. Turns it over to Altier. His shot rang the bell of Miles. It's going to be picked up by Medina. He shot it into the netting and out of play.
Yeah, good save right there by Mitch Miles. He takes off the mask as he's checking his mask, making sure everything's going good. Took off the mask, gave a little head shake, making sure all the bells and whistles are still working there. So he's just checking his mask, putting it back on as his face will come on the left of Mitch Miles right in front of him. With 13:54 left in the second period, and shots are tied 11 apiece right now.
So the face-off won by Creighton. As its pair of defensemen will play catch with each other. A shot tipped up front by Kubicek. Miles on top of it. And a stoppage. As he finally lays on it.
What a great save by there with Mitch Miles. Having the wherewithal to be in a correct spot to make the first save on the deflection, and then knowing that he doesn't have control anymore. It's behind him. All he does is lay on it, and he gets a stoppage. It's about 3 people falls on top of him, but as he takes a little skate around, a little lap, making sure everything's working. But yeah, amazing save right there. First on deflection, just knowing that he doesn't have it, just to lay back, lay on it, and get a stoppage. Amazing stuff right there by Mitch Miles.
So the face-off sent over to Schubert. Siddon's having to help him out there. And Schubert will send it around to Van Heerden. Van Heerden the other way. Gets it up to Medina. Medina's backhand pass connects with Siddons, and Siddons will just backhand it into the zone. As it goes behind the Creighton net, it'll be wrapped around, and the Blue Jays have control. Schubert getting it back cranks it to the corner, try to get it to Siddons, but it'll be picked up by Feeney, who tried to get a backhand pass that's intercepted by Altier. Altier gets it up over to Kubicek, and he'll swing in on the left side. At the goal line, he'll try to curl back around. Pressure there by both Van Heerden and Siddons, who takes it away. And Siddons will get it through center. See, cuts to the slot. Siddons on the backhand now. Tries a shot up front. Calderon made the save. And now the Blue Jays have it. The headman pass up over to Hogan, who trips on the blue line. And an offsides on Creighton.
Yeah, right there, as Kyle Hogan was not able to hold the line as he tripped over his own skates. You know, he had a breakaway right there, no one in front of him besides Mitch Miles. Maybe got a little bit too excited, didn't get his skates under him, but he falls right over the line for an offside as this faceoff will come right in the neutral zone, right outside the blue line of the Jayhawk zone. With 12:43 left in the second period, 2-1, Jayhawks leading.
So Hogan with it again. He'll swing at the hash marks, tries a shot up front. Miles making the save. He's able to poke it loose. He's going to be met there in the corner by Friedhoff. Up to Schubert. Got it to Gerber. But it's going to be end up going back to Schubert, who will pass it behind the net to Van Heerden. Miles poking it away. Now to Gerber. This back over to Schubert. Schubert getting met behind the net there. Kicks it over to Zadakis. And Zadakis, a headman pass to Van Heerden. Got it out of the zone. As a bouncing puck will go to Miles. And we get a stoppage with 12:02 left to go. Much
needed stoppage right there. You know, as I always talk about when I'm on this call, the best part about Mitch Miles' game is he knows when his team needs a stoppage. And, you know, right there, the Jugs were having troubles and difficulties trying to get out of their defensive zone. You know, a few plays that could have went a different way, but it stayed in. So Mitch Miles does a great job by covering up and getting a face-off.
So the face-off sent back over to Walsh. Walsh off the glass, got it out of the zone. It's going to be a headman pass up to Gerber. Gerber catches it, moves in, shoots. Save made by Calderon.
Gerber again denied. He's trying everything all game to score a goal. Amazing stick work the entire game, poking checks away, stick lifting. That was his second great opportunity to score, and just another good save right there by the Creighton tender. So, you know, Gerber's trying anything he can to get into that goal column, and if he keeps playing how he can, I mean, there might be more opportunities later in this game. And that save keeps it a 1-goal lead for the Jayhawks.
So Barker won the face-off this time, but Creighton's able to force it out of the zone, so the Jayhawks dump it right back in as it's going to be picked up behind the Blue Jay net. Even Calderon will come out to make a play, and racing back after it is going to be Breyer. Breyer off the glass, got it out of the zone. Fantoni got it to Gerber. Rather, that's Barker on it. Dumped into the zone. Breyer will pick it up behind his own net. As the physicality starting to ramp up, Carney tried to wrap it out of the zone, and it'll get out with some help from Fantoni. As Fantoni gets taken down to the corner. As Schwab skates it up, shot blocked up front, and Barker trying to get it out. As the puck trickles out of the zone, it's picked up by Cook. Cook gets hauled down, no call there. Schwab throws it in the far corner, Carney on it. Met there by Kubicek. And thanks to the help of Travis Breyer, the puck will come all the way back. Kansas gets a much needed change, as it'll be Altier with it now. His shot covered up by Miles, and a stoppage here with 10:31 left to go.
Another great save right there with Mitch Miles. You know, he's had a lot of those this game where it just goes right into that Jayhawk in the middle of his chest, and all he has to do is cover up, make sure it's corralled, and get a face-off. And now, as the Creighton Blue Jays have officially taken the lead in the shot category, it is 14-3 favoring the Blue Jays. So the Jayhawks will need to look to get back on the offensive side of things and put shots on net and try to extend this 1-goal lead.
So a face-off win here by the Blue Jays. A nice shot block up front by Vitula, who was able to get it out of the zone. It's going to be a foot race for the puck. Luke Nessa using that reach of his, trying to poke it away from Pino, but Pino will still have it. He gets a headman pass up to Kubicek, but it's going to be taken by Vitula. Vitula forced to make a pass back over to Schubert, who got it to Roberts. Roberts up to do so before it's quickly taken back by Middleton. Now Middleton, he'll swing to the right side of the ice before trying to drop it back. Altier up to Kubicek in the slot, and the puck will come to the corner as it's going to be Nessa picking it up. Kubicek to Pino. Pino walks it in at the hash marks to the slot over to Kubicek. He tries a shot from an odd angle. Instead, he'll curl back around the net as he's pressured off the puck by Roberts. Kubicek getting it right back as he tries to saucer pass across ice over to Brown. And it's Altier who scores.
Yeah, and that's just a good goal right there by Crane. There's a little bit of commotion in the first shot. Mitch Miles was able to save it, and it bounces on the left of him, and it was a wide open net. Pretty much right there is, number 10, Chuck Altier was able to put that in and tie this game at 2 with 9:31 left in the second period. Now, just all about Mitch Miles getting back in this game, saying, you know what, it happens, it went in, let's stand back up, let's make some saves, let's get the boys back into it. As I mentioned now, the Blue Jays are winning the shot category by 3 now. It's 16-13, so it'll be interesting to see how this Kansas Jayhawk team answers back.
So it's going to be Walsh trying to headman pass before the Blue Jays get it back in. As it's Hogan. He's going to be poked off by Siddons. Now Van Heerden under the goal line. Thrown to the corner as it's Feeney trying to backhand pass up over to Siddons. As it's Launcher with it now. His shot goes up into the netting, and we get a stoppage with 9:02.
Wow, that's when Mitch Miles turns around and says, "Thank you, pipe," as that goes off the top of the crossbar and out of play. So that was very close to becoming a Creighton Blue Jays lead right there. So, Mitch Miles is thankful for his post right there. As his faceoff is coming on the right of him in our defensive zone. 9:02 left in the second period.
So a face-off win over to Abbott. He tried a shot, and it finds the glove of Miles, and we get a stoppage with 8:56 now.
Yeah, those are some of the best saves right there when you just gave up a goal and you just want to make sure that your head's still on straight. You can still make those saves. No one was blocking his vision. He saw it all the way into his mitt, made the save, and it gets him back in the save category right there after giving up a goal.
So Hogan with it. Tries a toe drag around Walsh. Walsh able to break that one up. And he's able to use the boards to get it out of the zone. Now Walsh will throw it on net. Calderon turning it aside there. And Schugel will have the puck stripped away by Siddons. As Feeney holds the line. As he threw it right over to Schugel, who got it up to Hogan. Hogan now. He's poked by Medina. Shot save made by Miles. Rebound picked up by Medina. Medina to Siddons, who got it right back to Medina on the left side. Medina poked off the puck there. Siddons picks it up. As Siddons met in the corner. As the Blue Jays trying to get it out of the zone. And it's going to be a nice poke there by Friedhoff. As the pass was sent up over to Siddons, instead it'll find its way over to Roberts. Roberts trying to bank it off the boards, gets in it to Friedhoff. Friedhoff throws it, not on net, and Gerber tried to pick it up before getting a pass to the slot. And quickly poked off the puck there was Charlie Reeser as the puck finds its way to Jack Gerber. Gerber moving in, stops, he waits. There's a delayed penalty here on Creighton as Calderon makes the save, and it looks like tripping is the call.
There's Gerber again, making another impact. He had the puck right there on his stick. He makes a little move trying to get around a defender, and he was patient. He waited. He skated right around him, and what's the defender do? He puts out a stick trying to knock the puck off, but instead trips up Gerber. So what does that mean? It means a 5-on-4 power play for your Jayhawks coming up. A power play goal is very needed here. Let's see if this first line of this power play offense can do something to get the lead back to the Jayhawks. Again, it looks like it was a tripping call against Creighton. It's number 6 for the Blue Jays. Charlie Reeser will be in the penalty box.
So quickly dumped down by the Blue Jays, picked up by Vitullo, and he'll use the boards to get a pass over to Walsh. Walsh back to Vitullo, and then skated up. Vitullo gets it to Gerber. Gerber's going to make a move through center. Still with the puck spinning around. Got it over to Friedhoff. who lost control, and now it's going to be skated in by Pino. Now Pino from the corner. As they'll draw the puck back. Middleton makes a pass, and the Blue Jays will draw it behind their own net. It's going to be skated up by Anderson. Connects to Pino. To Anderson. Shoots. Save made by Miles.
Amazing save right there by Mitch Miles. Point blank save, and he made it. You know, that's something that he has done all year. When he gives up a goal, it's almost like you can't even tell it happened because he locks right back in a way. He's a goalie that does not want to give a back-to-back goal, so he locks back in and makes an amazing save right there with 6:41 left in the second period.
So it's back over to Roberts. Roberts gets it to Nessa, who finds it to Siddons. Then the headman pass up to Feeney on the right side. He'll wrap it around the boards, getting it to Medina, who instead will allow the puck to go to Nessa. Nessa finds it back to Medina. He'll walk it up towards the hash marks before getting it back over to Feeney. The puck will slip out of the zone, so the Jayhawks have to regroup as it's sent over to Roberts. Roberts to Siddons, and then Siddons through the slot. As he walks in on the backhand, poked off the puck there. He has it in the corner. Siddons to Nessa. Nessa to Roberts, who tries to get it to the back door. As it's back over to Feeney. Feeney shoots one, sent wide. Roberts now with it. 15 to go on the Kansas power play as Nessa will try to wrist one from the point as it's blocked. Now Roberts backhanding it over to Siddons. Siddons trying to send it right back. And Creighton unable to get it out of the zone as Roberts using that big body of his to keep it in. There's Medina getting pressured in the corner. Medina shot one on net. Calderon made the save there. As it's going to be Feeney with it now. Feeney across to Roberts. Roberts around the boards. As it's Siddons with it. Siddons lost control. Picked up there by Lotcher. As he's going to be poked off by Roberts over. And then Luke Nessa will skate it up. He gets a pass up to Siddons. Siddons tried a shot. Calderon made the save. Blue Jays have it. As there's a nice collision by Friedhoff behind the Creighton net. And a shot ending up right over to Calderon, and we get a stoppage here with 4:42 left to go.
Yeah, and right there, the Jayhawks are just trying to put any offensive pressure that they can onto this Creighton goalie, as he hasn't had to face many shots this period. As again, the Blue Jays are leading 18-16 in that category still. So this is a big face-off in our offensive zone.
So a nice job there by Van Heerden, keeping the puck into the zone as it's thrown to the corner. And they'll be touched by Gerber.
Yeah, the weird thing about that one is it looks like the goalie almost made the call. He was waving to the ref that I think it was a hand pass called. So I don't even know if the ref really saw it, but the goalie made them see it. As this faceoff now comes out in neutral ice, as I'm pretty sure that was a hand pass that was called. 4:33 left in the second period.
So the puck finds its way back to Van Heerden. Across over to Schubert. And Schubert will skate it in. Zadakis with it now. He's able to throw it under the goal line. Gerber trying to slap it with one hand over to Friedhoff. Couldn't quite get full control of the puck, and the Blue Jays will skate it out now. In with speed. It's going to be Kingsberger. He's taken away off the puck. Is this going to be Van Heerden? Van Heerden has it on his backhand. He has a costly turnover to Hogan. Shoots and he scores.
Yeah, and that's just a nifty move right there by Hogan, as he's able to deke out Mitch Miles. Goes right, left, puts it in on his forehand. So, it's a good move right there by Kyle Hogan, as now Creighton takes the lead. Their first lead in this game since the 1-0 lead that they had. So, it's going to be important to see how does the Jayhawks respond? How are they able to get back in this game and give themselves a fighting chance? Like, as we've been mentioning, most of the second period has been somewhat dominated by the Blue Jays. As shots been back in their favor. Most of the puck control time is in their favor. So it'll be interesting how these Jayhawks can make a comeback in this game.
So Miles left it for Breyer. Breyer trying to get it over to Duso. And then it's Nessa. The headman pass up over to Vitullo. Vitullo moving in, shoots off the boards. It'll be Nessa on the rebound. His shot from an odd angle, covered up by Calderon.
You know, that's great. The goal goes in for the Blue Jays. So what do? You win the faceoff. You come down. You get 2 shots on net. Aren't able to go in, but it's able to give Mitch Miles a breather. Mitch Miles can clear his head a little bit while you're trying to put the puck in the net to tie this game up. So amazing response right there.
So the face-off sent over to Breyer. Slapped it over to Walsh right away. Thrown to the corner for Vitullo. As he's pressured off the puck there by Altier. It's going to be sent back in by Breyer. This headman pass to Kubicek. And it's going to be interrupted there by Duso and Vitullo. But Kubicek gets it right back. Kubicek up on the left side. He'll dump it in. Miles will settle it for Breyer. As holding the line was Pino. Pino gets it into Kubicek. His shot kicked away. Miles made the save there as Vitullo picked up the rebound. And Kansas will dump it out. Pino racing back after it. Kubicek over to Altier. It's going to be taken away there by Duso. Duso trying to find it over to Medina. And the puck finds its way back over to Medina. Able to shake off the hit. Lost control of the puck as it'll be Brown with it now. And a stoppage here.
Yeah, as the stoppage comes here with 2:18 left in the second period. Still back and forth action since that goal. And again, the shots are still the same. 19-16 favoring the Blue Jays here. This is an important face-off in neutral ice for the Jayhawks. You know, you have to win as many face-offs as you can. Try to create as much puck control time as you can.
So another Blue Jay face-off win. Reeser poked off the puck there as it'll be Roberts trying to get it out for the Jayhawks. He uses the backhand to get it over to Feeney, who got it up to Siddons. Now Siddons skating it in with speed. He'll cut towards the right side before getting forced over to the hash marks, then hit off the puck. As it's Medina now. Medina drawing around to Feeney. Feeney. Roberts shoots one, missing it high and wide. As the puck forced into the netting and out of play. This time the stoppage with 1:49 left to go.
Yeah, another stoppage right there. There's been quite a few since that third goal scored by the Blue Jays. So again, 1:49 left in the second period. Face off in our O zone.
This one won back to Feeney. Feeney using the backhand around the boards to Siddons. Siddons got it to Roberts. Roberts will use the boards again. Jayhawks able to hold it in as Zach Schubert had it. Thrown to the corner, racing after it is Roberts. Unable to hold the line as the Blue Jays got it out. This time down with speed, it's going to be Cook. Cook off the puck. Feeney got it. Feeney able to send it out.
And he wanted a call right there.
As the Blue Jays have it from behind their own net. The headman pass ends up going all the way down. No icing, but it will be picked up by Roberts. Under 1 minute to go here in the middle frame. It's going to be Siddons with it now. Over to Gerber. Gerber on the right side. Poked off the puck. He gets it right back. Now Gerber still has it. As he try to drop it back to the point. It's going to be turned over. 2-on-1 as Creighton moves in with steam as they try to do a toe drag move. Looked like it was blocked by Walsh. Now Schubert lost control. Zadakis trying to backhand it over to Gerber as the puck finds its way to Zadakis. Zadakis off the boards up to Friedhoff. Couldn't connect there. Zadakis has it again. Lost control. Now Gerber throws it into the zone. Picking it up in the corner will be Abbott. Abbott to the other corner. As it was sent up to Hogan now for the Blue Jays. 8 seconds left off the boards up to Friedhoff. Chopped into the zone, into the netting. And that'll do it pretty much,
Yes.
as there's just 1.5 seconds left on the clock. Looks like the refs will play it out.
Yeah, I guess you never know what happened. 1.5 seconds left in the neutral zone, but looks like the Jayhawks will be down 1 going into intermission.
And that'll do it. We'll be back in just a little bit with another intermission interview, and then back for the third period of play. Hello and welcome back for period number 3. It's Creighton heading back out onto the ice with a 3-2 lead. We'll start off the third period 5-on-5 as the faceoff is won by the Bluejays, but back in their defensive zone. It's Kubicek with it, and as he try to bank pass it out, instead it'll be Miles coming out to play it. He gets a saucer pass all the way up over to Nessa, and Nessa will drag it in. It's going to be sent back the other way now as Kubicek has it on the right side. Kubicek pressured there through the slot, and the Jayhawks able to get it out of the zone. Forced back over to Middleton. As it's Kubicek throwing it to Altier in the corner. Altier tried a short side shot. Miles made the save there. And it's going to be a battle back behind the net. Duso getting it up over to Vitulo as it goes a little far. Middleton back on it now. Middleton from behind his own net now. Gets it up over to Hogan. Hogan gave the Blue Jays the lead. He'll pass it over to Pino on the right side. Hogan now shoots one off the blocker of Miles and sent out of the zone. As it'll go the length for an icing, and we get a stoppage with 18:48 left to go.
Yeah, early icing right here is the Jayhawks will have to keep the same 5 on the ice and win a face-off in order to, dump it in and get a change right here. Again, trailing 3-2 in this game as the Blue Jays have registered only 1 shot compared to 0 on the Jayhawks in this third period.
As the Blue Jays lead the scoreboard 3-2, the shot column 20-16. As it's back over to Schubert, to Medina, cross eyes to Feeney. He tried to play it up over to Siddons. Siddons was able to poke it away. But it's going to be Brown getting it up off the boards. Medina unable to hold the line. So it's going to be Laucher with it on the right side, centering it over to Hingsberger. Hogan with it now, trying to wrap around with it. Now Brown tries to throw one on net, tipped up front. Miles made the save, the wraparound attempt, and it's going to be sent out of the zone by Medina. Instead, it will be held in. Laucher with it on the back door to Hogan. It'll ride the boards around. Feeney now in the corner. He tried to wrap it out. Hingsberger walking it in. Trying to shot up front. Hingsberger will now send it back to Pino. Pino cross size to Brown. Tipped up front, not on net. And the Jayhawks struggling to get it out here. This will be Feeney. As he's going to loft it up into the air. It'll be gloved down by Pino. A nice steal by Siddons. Siddons trying to walk it in on net. Slapped off the puck there. And it'll be sent out by Laucher. Quickly intercepted there by Siddons. Siddons trying to get it over to Friedhoff. Siddons got it right back. He's going to curl around, wrapping it around. A shot in the slot. Gerber unable to get it in the back of the net, and there's going to be a big hit there by Friedhoff as the puck ends up going over to Laucher. Laucher through center. He's going to pitchfork that one into the corner. It'll be picked up by Roberts. Now Roberts, the pass over to Van Heerden. He's going to backhand it to Gerber. Now over to Gerber. He's going to skate it into the zone, trying to get it to the backhand over to Friedhoff, poked out of the zone, and back over to Schubert. Now to Zadakis. He gets knocked down. It's going to go right back over to Anderson. Anderson will walk it in. Anderson poked away there by Van Heerden. And a nice defensive play by Zadakis, but we get a stoppage here.
As the netting comes off again, Mitch Miles is kind of the king of that, knocking the post out of its reins right there. He was asking the linesman, please blow the whistle, it's out, let's get a stoppage here. And it's a smart play by Mitch Miles, Why have more commotion go on? It's 16:26 left in this third period. The Jayhawks had a good few chances, but for the most part, been struggling to get out of their own defensive zone here in this third period, which is not something you want to see trailing by 1 goal. Have yet to register a shot in this third period, as it's 21-16 in shots favoring Creighton.
And the face-off sent over to Friedhoff. He couldn't get it out of the zone as it's thrown right back in. Is this going to be a battle in the corner now? Schubert trying to kick the puck up. Gets it over to Friedhoff. Friedhoff off the boards as it's forced back into the corner. Puck loose in the slot. Miles on top. And a stoppage with 16:02 left to go.
Mitch Miles at one point in this game was laying flat on his back, and now right there he's laying flat on his stomach, doing anything he can to cover that puck and make saves. His goal is to keep the Creighton Blue Jays at 3 goals. He wants to give his chance the best opportunity to win. That's what the job of a goaltender is. You want to give your team a chance to win the game. So 16:02 left in this third period. Still down 1.
As the clock has not started yet. And finally we get it there. As the Jayhawks able to get it out, do so up to Nessa. Nessa trying to find Vitulo, and it's just going to go to the corner. And it'll be Abbott on there. Abbott has it stolen by Nessa. Abbott able to loft it up in the air. Roberts trying to poke it down. Instead, it'll be picked up by Kubicek. Kubicek trying to saucer it over to Altier, and a nice break up there by Walsh. As he has it in the corner, Walsh able to clear it. No icing as it'll come all the way down. Now Calderon with it now. Calderon sends it out. No icing as it was tipped as well. Now Roberts will pick it up. Off the boards, trying to play it up to Vitulo. Got it out of the zone, and the Blue Jays have to get back onside. Walsh. Rather, that's Vitulo picking it up. Vitulo got it to Nessa, who shot it right to the glove of Calderon in a stoppage with 15:06 left to go.
Yeah, as you mentioned, it was delayed offside against the Blue Jays, so they had to circle back, try to get back in the neutral zone as fast as they could, and led to a shot by the Jayhawks. I want to also mention, as I've been talking about Jack Gerber making amazing stick plays, Cole Walsh is doing the same this whole entire game. He's been making great defensive awareness plays, so now here's a big face-off in our offensive zone. You need to create as much pressure as you can in your O-zone. So how do you do that? You win the face-off in the O-zone, and you put shots on. As Schubert is coming off. Looks like maybe something wrong with his glove or something, but now we're ready for a drop.
So the face-off sent over to Medina. Now to Feeney in the corner. Feeney, a nice toe drag move. Has it stripped away by Altier. But Altier's going to be poked off by Siddons. And Siddons going to make a fancy move there to carry it in. Siddons shoots, and a stick save made there by Calderon. And the rebound goes to Feeney. Feeney around the boards, trying to find it to Medina, but it's going to be intercepted there by Abbott. And around over to Kubicek, who's going to skate it down on the left side. Kubicek through center. Over to Middleton. His pass blocked. And it's going to be Feeney in the corner now. Feeney needing some help. The puck gets to Siddons. Siddons up to Medina. Medina on the left side. Cuts to the slot. Made a fancy move. And Calderon made the save with 14:20 left to go.
Now that would have been something, as the Creighton Blue Jays goalie makes 2 great saves on 2 great moves. First from Siddons and then next by Medina. Siddons a nifty move. And when he shot it, just went off the shaft of the stick right there of the goalie. And then right there he was able to cover up the Lance Medina 5-hole try. So another face-off in our offensive zone. This is good, though. Putting shots up 2-0. Last 2 shots favoring the Jayhawks.
There's a face-off won by Brown. Got it to Pino. Sent back to Brown. As Brown will skate it up. Across the blue line. He's going to be poked off the puck. It'll be forced to the corner. Great job defensively there by Cole Walsh. There's Walsh trying to get it out of the zone. The Blue Jays holding it in. As play will go to the corner. Hingsberger on it. Has it stripped away by the Jayhawks as they're unable to get it out of the zone. Now thrown to the corner. Schubert on it. Schubert's headman pass intended for Barker. Gets it out of the zone at least. But it's going to be back on the tape of Brown. Across to Pino. And then up over to Lotcher, who skates it in. Now Carney, his headman pass connects with Barker, but the Blue Jays get it right back. Hingsberger will dump it in. That'll get a partial change going for the Blue Jays, as it's going to be skated up by Roberts. Roberts across to Carney. Carney lost control of the puck, and it's going to be Hogan with it now before Zadakis gets it back for Kansas. Zadakis up to Gerber. Gerber lost control, got it right back. He's on the backhand now, double teamed in the corner, and the Blue Jays get it right back as it's going to be Sam Cook sending it out of the zone. Van Heerden for the Jayhawks. Tries to send it all the way up. And an icing call.
Whoa, I think we beat that out. Gerber was there. He put his arms up too. I think the ref kind of, because Gerber didn't really see what happened behind him, and then he saw that it was dumped in, so he decided to go for it. But I think the linesman just kind of assumed after taking the first look at Gerber that he wasn't gonna, but Gerber puts his hands up because, I mean, he definitely beat that. But nonetheless, it's a face-off in our defensive zone with 12:39 left in this third period.
So it's going to be a foot race for the puck. Jack Gerber turning on the Jets. And he's going to be able to interrupt that play as it's going to be Reiser with it as it's sent out. And then the Jayhawks redirected the other way. Van Heerden trying to back in it into the zone. As the Blue Jays dump it out, it'll be picked up by Roberts. Roberts. He turns it over. It's going to be Schwab trying to shot. Miles making the save there. And the puck will go along the boards. The battle for it. Kansas trying to get it out. Is this going to be held in there by number 23? Gerber able to backhand it out over to Friedhoff. Friedhoff hooked it up. And it's going to be sent to the hash marks. Picked up there by Anderson. Anderson around. Met there by Dusso and then Vitullo. As Anderson still has it, he's going to cut towards the right side, tries a shot on net. Miles made the save and a stoppage with 11:44 left to go in the game.
Yeah, and behind that play, Jack Gerber got his whole entire stick stuck in the net right there as he was trying to get it out. Had to go actually inside the net to get it out right there. But what I do want to mention is Mitch Miles, a huge save right there, picking up his teammate Zach Roberts as it led to a 1-on-0 breakaway. Mitch Miles left with a skater all alone, and he makes a save. So amazing clutch save right there to keep this game at 3-2. But again, shots again are going towards Creighton. It's 23-18. So we need more pressure from this Jayhawks offense if they want any chance at making a comeback in this third period.
So 11:44 left to go. 3-2 our score in favor of the Blue Jays as they also lead the shot column 23-18. As there's a shot from the point, Miles making another save. This time with 11:40 left to go.
The good save right there. No one was blocking his vision. Too quick of a shot to really have any commotion in front of him, so he saw it the entire way, looked it right into his glove. Good save right there.
As there's another shot from the point, sent to the corner now. As thrown to the corner once more, it's going to be Vitullo on it. Before the Blue Jays take it right back. A one-time shot up front, missed the net. Schubert trying to hold the line. He throws it back in over to Middleton. Schubert around the boards with his backhand now. So he's able to loft it up over to Vitullo. There's Kubicek with it. Dusso has it now. Trying to get it out. As it's back over to Abbott. Abbott to Kubicek. As he throws it in. Jayhawks trying to send it out. Dusso has a piece of it now. He's going to wrap it around the boards. That ends up going to Nessa, who tried to throw it on net. Tipped up front there by Middleton. And there's a nice play by Feeney as it gets the puck back to the Jayhawks. As Breyer will wrist that one in off the glass. It'll be picked up again by Abbott. There's Abbott trying to play it across. Feeney interfered with that a little bit as Altier has it now along the boards. Siddon's trying to poke it loose. There's Altier, dumps it in. It'll ride the boards around, gets to Roberts. Roberts trying to leave it for Breyer. Hogan trying to shot from an odd angle. Miles will hang on. And with 10 minutes even left to go in the third period.
Yeah, good save right there with Mitch Miles is just in between his skate in the post right there, just covered it up, said, all right, no more funny business. I don't want this dribbling in somehow. I don't want someone poking it in, so I'm going to just get a stop right here. As Gabe said, an even 10 on the clock. Again, 3-2 Creighton is leading. 5-shot advantage for them as well.
So there's a battle right on the short side, and it looks like Miles had a piece of that one again.
Pretty identical save right there from the last one 7 seconds ago. Just right, nudged up on that post, so all he has to do is just put his glove on it. It's on his glove side. He just covers it, gets a salvage. Only 7 seconds goes off the clock since the last face-off.
And with it was Brown, a cross over to Pino. Pino lost control as Sims will backhand it away. It's going to be poked loose by Feeney. Feeney has it in the corner. So he tried to center it. It's going to be broken up there by Brown. Now Medina able to try and strip it away. Now Brown with it. Forced a pass over to Lotcher. Lotcher almost lost an edge there. Gets it up to Hogan. It's going to be taken away by Breyer. Now Breyer trying to play the puck against the boards there. As Breyer's going to have it. So he threw it to the corner and it'll wrap around the boards. And Feeney will be met by Brown, but got it to Medina. This is going to be up over to Hogan. Hogan. His pass intercepted there by Kansas. Off the boards, up over to Medina. Now Medina. He's going to skate it in. Makes a move around one man. Threw it to the corner. Now it's going to be Brown and Medina going to work. Now Friedhoff trying to get it loose. Friedhoff getting pinned against the boards there. As he trying to throw it on net, Medina unable to get the tip in. Friedhoff shooting it. Medina winds up, blocked up front. It's loose and a save made by Calderon.
As Cade Friedhoff right there was trying to hit it in. As he's in the bottom of the pile right there on his side. Finally gets up. No injuries, just couldn't get up as everyone was around him. Little commotion right there. I mean, that's what the Jayhawks wanted. They wanted something to make the goalie work. They put a multitude of shots right there. A slap shot, ricochets off. Cade gets on a stick, tries to put it in. Just good save right there.
Face off to the left of Calderon. 8:31 left to go. Sent over to Van Heerden, who fans on the one-time opportunity. And there's a big hit there. As that should get some life going for the Jayhawks, as it was a Dacus able to poke it away. There's two players making the collision there. Creighton wanted the call. They're not going to get it as it was dumped in. Walsh on the puck, trying to get it out. It's going to be picked up there by Anderson. He's going to throw it out of the zone. All the way back down to Walsh. Walsh off the glass. Trying to get it up over to Gerber, and offsides on the Blue Jays. And a stoppage with 7:55 left to go.
You know, as you mentioned, that hit right there on the side with the glass by Van Heerden, you know, that's something that, you know, we want to see. You know, you try to get any momentum as you can, and big hit can sometimes wake up the entire bench and get juice flowing again in your legs. So, I mean, also coming down to the wire, it's going to see, is there any fatigue in the short bench of Creighton? I mean, we're going to see right here with 7:55 left.
So off the face-off, it's Roberts with it now. Trying to get it up over to Vitulo. Vitulo to Duso. Duso makes a move around one man, has it in the corner. Tries a shot up front. Nessa fighting for the rebound, and it goes on net again. And then Abbott had it. The Jayhawks holding it in as it's Nessa throwing it almost on net. Abbott was there in front to block it. And there's a great job by Vitulo as he's able to poke it away, but Schugel will have it. Schugel had it stripped by Vitulo. It'll be picked up there by Schwab, who get it over to Cook. Cook up to Kubicek. Kubicek trying to walk it in. Miles will come out to play it. As it's around to Nessa. Nessa trying to center it out of the zone. Now Schubert behind his own net. Around the boards, got it to Vitulo. Vitulo couldn't get it up over to Duso. As it's going to be Schubert again. Altier in the corner. He's going to bring it up to the point. Trying to shot, it looked like it was blocked. Altier has his own rebound. And it'll be poked off finally and sent over to Nessa, who's going to wrap it out of the zone. And a rolling puck will go the length for an icing with 6:25 left to go.
Yeah, it's the icing right there against the Jayhawks, something you don't want to do, especially when you're down 1, trying to make a comeback with 6:25 left. Faceoff comes all the way back down inside their defensive zone, so a big faceoff here. You have to win these faceoffs. If you want a chance to get back in this game, you can't allow Creighton to rack up more puck control time here.
So another Blue Jay face-off win, this time back over to Schugel, who got it up to Altier. Altier forced out of the zone. As it's redirected back in, that'll get a much-needed change going for some of the Jayhawks as it's Dusso. Left it for Feeney. Feeney back over to Schubert, and Schubert will walk it up. Schubert made a move around Altier. Now Kubicek took it away. And Kubicek will skate it up past the blue line. Nice job by Feeney providing some pressure as Kubicek shot it around the boards and out. And it'll be Abbott throwing it in. It's going to be Feeney with it. Trying to get it up over to Medina. And a nice play there. Feeney with it. Threw it to the corner. He gets tripped up. Is this going to be over to Middleton? Middleton. Shot a shot. Miles made the save and a whistle with 5:15 left to go.
Good save right there by Mitch Miles, just keeping the boys in it, keeping this only a 1-goal game. I mean, 1 goal with 5:15, it's doable. It's very doable. We've seen this Jayhawk offense produce multitude of goals in a matter of 5 minutes. So this is something they definitely can do. It's just all about getting the puck and skating it into your offensive zone and setting up. You know, most of this third period and most of that second period, we were on our heels, you know, in this defensive zone. So you got to win these faceoffs, you got to skate down, got to push it on.
Looks like they draw Juan back over to Pino. Shot blocked up front by Breyer. And that one goes through traffic. Miles making a save, getting bailed out by Walsh as well. Is this going to be picked up by Hogan? Hogan poked away by Zadakis. Zadakis now battling to get the puck. And he'll pick it up. He'll wrap around Mitch Miles before trying to dump it up and out. And the Blue Jays crank it back in as it'll be picked up by Hogan. Instead, Walsh got it to Friedhoff. Friedhoff lost control. And Hogan will have it. As it was blocked up front by Zadakis. Friedhoff, the backhand pass to Zadakis as he was able to jump around and dodge the hit. Gerber poked off. Pino with it again. On the left side, Pino. He'll walk it towards the right side. Is this going to be Gerber battling, trying to get it? A nice stick lift by Gerber. Friedhoff trying to help him out. As Hogan tried to wrist one there. As the Jayhawks doing anything they can to get it out of the zone. And a tripping call on Kansas as Hogan lost his footing.
Yeah, that's something you just don't want to see. The Jayhawk right there. Now you have to go on the PK for 2 minutes with only 3:49 left in this third period. That one was, I mean, I didn't see most of it. Did you see that trip?
I didn't.
I'm not too sure. I mean, based on some of the reactions, I don't know, but it doesn't matter what we think because going to the box right there. So, again, we need to kill a penalty for 2 minutes, and then we'll have 1:49 left to put the game-tying goal in the net. And you would think at that point, Mitch Miles might be at the bench if you get a kill right here and have 6 on 5.
So the face-off Juan over to Dusso. He's unable to get it out of the zone. A shot there by Hingsberger. As it's over to Middleton. Middleton settling it over to Pino, who got it to Altier. Altier trying to pass it up to Hingsberger, a bouncing puck, but the Jayhawks with it. As they're able to dump it down. Back on it was Pino. Over to Middleton again. Middleton to Pino. Pino on the right side. Tried a shot through traffic. It was blocked up front, and it's Dusso able to backhand it out. It's going to find its way to Siddons. He's going to swing in on the right side, moving in, shooting, and a kick save made there. And Gerber's going to pick up the rebound. Now Gerber with it. He's going to coast around the net, looking for the open opportunity. Shot it up front, blocked by a man, and it's going to be Middleton with it now. Now Altier on the left side. He's going to be met by Duso. Duso able to poke it away. Off the boards, the Jayhawks get it out, and the Blue Jays have to get back on side. As Siddons took it away. Siddons met in the corner there. It's going to be Duso getting it out. A backhand pass to the skates of Gerber, and Pino with it. As Pino has it in the deep slot. Over to Hogan. Rips one, kicked away by Miles, and the Jayhawks able to slap it out. It's going to be a foot race for it, but Pino will get there first. As it's going to be drawn back behind the goal line. Over to Schwab. Schwab on the right side. He's going to drop it back over to Hogan. Hogan's going to be poked off by Siddons. Siddons up to Gerber. It'll go just under the goal line, and 8 seconds left to go. Is this going to be poked away? Siddons up front. Puck is loose. Net is off.
Wow.
And the net is off still. As it'll be Hogan now in the deep slot. Hogan getting poked by Siddons. He still has it. Trying to pass across. It looks like the Jayhawks broke that one up. It'll be Zadakis from around his own net. Trying to pass it out of the zone. Zadakis with a nice stick lift here. He's going to walk it in. Trying to make a move around. One man, he gets hauled down. He'll crash in a Calderon. And a stoppage with 1:16 left to go.
Zach Zadakis is now down in the net as he was taken out and then took out the goalie and landed on top of him, but hopefully everything's okay with Zadakis as the Jayhawks will go on the power play here. But you gotta hope everything's okay for Zadakis first before you start thinking about the power play as the trainer runs out into the ice.
So Zadakis now getting talked to by the trainer. Everything is good. He is up on his knees and being attentive. But that was a scary tumble into the net.
Yeah, it looks like it might be something with his collarbone or something as he's having the trainer look inside of his pads, rubbing his shoulder, having him look left and right. It's kind of, he has a hand on his back, lower back. Might be something with his collarbone. So they're now checking him for possible concussion. Again, just putting him through the protocols, doing every test to make sure he's okay. You know, it was a nasty spill. He got taken out from behind as he was trying to make a nifty move. And then he took out the goalie, which landed right on top of him. He ended up inside the net with 1:16 left in his third period.
So Zadakis is able to get up on his own, and he's going to be helped off.
As he's being helped by Cole Walsh and the trainer for the Jayhawks. Gotta hope everything's okay for Zach Zadakis.
And it looks like Miles will head to the bench, so the Jayhawks will take this as a 6-on-4 with 1:15 left to go.
As again, we're just trying to figure out the post here, the Cable Donner Community Ice side, something that we deal with a lot. It's part of the game here on Community Ice. But as Gabe said, this is a huge chance for the Jayhawks. It's going to be 6-on-4 as Mitch Miles will be on the bench, empty net. A huge chance right here for the Jayhawks to score. 1:16 left in the third period. We'll be on the power play for the entirety of the third period.
Siddons to take the draw. He was able to win it back over to Nessa. Nessa settles it down. Gets it over to Feeney. Feeney will walk it at the hash marks. As his shot was blocked up front, and it's going to be Anderson clearing it out. kick back in by Nessa, right over to Siddons, who try to wrap it on net. It'll be Pino sending it out. He's going to go all the way down, and it hits the post. This is going to be picked up by Duso now with 48. Duso. He's going to walk it in. He gets tripped up. This could be Siddons with it. That's going to get called. A backhand shot! He scores! Hey, hey, what do you say? As the great John Forsland would say, Brett Siddons ties it up with 40.2 seconds left to go.
Gabe, what a goal right there by Brett Siddons. He's able to get the backhand and score as Kale Duso was taken out too. So it was a delayed penalty, and Siddons says, no, I'm taking control of this game. I want my backhand, and I want it inside the net. We have a tie game right here, 3-3 with 40 seconds left. And as I mentioned, with that delayed penalty, the Jayhawks will still be on the power play. This is everything the Jayhawks wanted and more. 40 seconds to go. And again, they will still be up a man here, 5-on-4, as Mitch Miles returns back to his net. And there is energy here in this pace right now.
So another face-off win to Kansas. As it's sent over to Duso, the team captain. Could really use one from him here as he's poked off the puck in the corner. Pino trying to wrap it around, held in there by Nessa. Nessa threw it to the corner, racing after. It's going to be Medina. As it's played around to Pino. Pino pressured in the corner. Feeney's going to hold it in. There's 14, now 13 seconds left to go. Medina to Feeney. Feeney to Medina. Up front in the slot, puck is loose. It's going to be over to Nessa, shooting one through traffic, and it'll ride around. And for the second time this season, the Jayhawks will head into OT. Again, the same rules as the NCAA. It'll be 3-on-3 for 5 minutes.
Yeah, and Brett Siddons right there puts in, ties it up, and the Jayhawks are able to get a point after trailing for most of the half of the game. So this is amazing right there. Brett Siddons was able to put the backhand in, and now we have 5 minutes of overtime hockey, and nothing's better than free hockey. So we got 3-on-3 coming up.
And I will provide a correction there. It will be 4-on-3 for the first minute, 20 seconds due to the carryover penalty on number 18, Joe Middleton. And then once that penalty expires, it'll be 4-on-4 until the next whistle, and then it will be back to 3-on-3 overtime. So again, 5 minutes of overtime. There's no score there. It will go into a shootout, but that will not count towards the standings. So if there is no score here in overtime, it'll count as a tie in the ACHA standings. But there could be a shootout played just to figure out the pride aspect of the win. But either way, if there's no score after this 5 minutes, it will count as a tie in the standings.
So I'm guessing the game plan for Andy McCall and the Jayhawks, win in overtime.
So the face-off, won by Siddons, gutting it up over to Nessa. Nessa picks it up in the corner. He settles it down to Feeney. Feeney quickly across over to the team captain. Walks it in over to Feeney. And he's going to be met there by Altier. That'll play it into the corner. And the Blue Jays will dump it down. Miles will settle it for Duso. Duso behind his own net, settled it for Siddons, who's going to carry it up on the right side. He's going to make a move around Kubicek. Now Siddons tied the game up. He's going to walk it in. He's going to drop it back over to Nessa, try to shot, and it's going to be carried out of the zone. Miles will come out and play it. He's going to skate well up to the blue line and get it up over to Siddons. Siddons, a backhand pass to Feeney. Saucered it back to Siddons, who left it for Duso. Back to Siddons, across. Unable to connect was Duso, but he'll pick it up, and he'll carry it around through the slot before getting it back over to Nessa, who finds it to Feeney. There's a shot off the post. Siddons trying to center it over to Duso, and it's going to be Altier skating it down up on the left side. A nice poke check there by Luke Nessa. This is sent over to Duso. Duso will walk it in. Duso trying to shot up front, and it's going to be sent all the way back. It's going to be a foot race for the puck, and Vitullo will get there first, and Altier will go for the change. Vitullo curls back behind his own net. He'll wait a little bit patiently before getting a backhand pass to Gerber, and Gerber's going to turn around with speed. Now Gerber on the right side makes a move around one man, heads to the other before it's stripped away. And making a nice interception there was Vitullo, and he turned it over as it's going to be Watcher with it. Watcher walking it in, trying to backhand shot, blocked up front. It'll be picked up by Gerber. Now Gerber to Siddons. Siddons cuts to the right side and try to saucer pass over to Gerber, and it just goes past the net. And it'll be wrapped around over to Siddons. Now Siddons up on the left side as he tries to get it to the back door to Gerber, unable to connect. And the Jayhawks will draw back as it's Vitullo getting it across over to Roberts. 2:37 left to go. As the Blue Jays have it now, this is going to be Anderson. Anderson up over to Locher, who dropped it back over to Pino. Pino getting pressured there by Siddons. It's going to be sent up over to Locher. Locher drawing it back, trying to get across to Anderson. Anderson shot tipped up and sent wide, and it's going to be picked up by Siddons on the right side. As he's going to stop in the slot, Siddons dragging it around. He's going to go under the net now. Siddons a wraparound shot. He scores! This game is over. Brett Siddons, 4-3 Kansas. The OT hero.
Brett Siddons, have a night, kid. He scores a game-tying goal with 40 seconds, and then he scores a game-winning goal in overtime. Brett Siddons, take a bow.
And that is now 6 in a row for Kansas.
We have officially made the win streak onto 2 hands. You need 2 hands to count this win streak. What a win for this Jayhawk team. That's got to feel amazing. You're trailing most of this game. You come back, you score 40 seconds, you go to overtime, and you win it. Wow, Andy McConnell, head coach, has got to be happy after that one. Mitch Miles grabs his Gatorade bottle, and he's a happy goalie.
What a comeback, and just great resilience by number 7, Brett Siddons, having 2 goals at the most important times. 1 under a minute left to go, and then 2 to win the game. With 2 minutes left into OT, Brett Siddons a fancy wraparound shot, and that'll end things here from Independence, as we will be back in action tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. for the end of the weekend. Again, I'm Gabe Daniel. Alongside me has been Richie Obaid, and a special thank you to Lindsey Ryan for running camera and doing those intermission interviews. We'll go ahead and wrap things up here again. It's the Jayhawks taking this one 4-3. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.